Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's look at the instructions. I already turned mine in, so hopefully there's no huge errors, but at this point I don't even really care that much.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even do step 9 of that exam.
Oh, that exam was ridiculous.
Yeah, I just turned it in. I looked at it, I watched the video for whatever, and then I was like, yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it was rough. Real rough. This class is way harder and way more time consuming than I ever thought.
Yeah, it is killing me. Just time consuming, it is killing me.
Yeah, I'm like completely burned out. But we're almost there. We can make it. We can do it.
Are we at the halfway point? A little past it now.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So step 1 was just create the summary sheet. Have you done that?
Yep.
Okay. And then did you get your drop-down boxes?
Yeah, I got my drop downs of the month and the year.
Okay. And then I just basically copied the sample that was in the instructions as far as the layout. You have that.
Years change when I change the year up on top, right?
Yep. Yours do?
Yep.
Okay. And your month, does it change with your month too? It's all working good? Oh, well, you're not going to know until you get the formulas in, huh?
Yeah, I haven't even got the numbers in yet, so.
Okay. Well, first, the way I did it and the way that my friend helped me learn how to do it was we went in. First of all, is it just me or was this data like so confusing it was ridiculous?
Oh, yeah, I don't even know what's going on in here.
I scrolled down and there was like 10,000 rows. I'm like, are you kidding me? So ignore everything on the data sheet except for the purple information. She emailed her TA and her TA is way more helpful. And told her just ignore everything except for the purple information. So then I went in and I clicked on the top of each row and like labeled it over here on the left. Do you know what I mean?
Of each row?
Yeah, so that then when you're doing your formulas later, you can just go item, year, month. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, so you just went and named all of that.
Yeah, so just right click on the letters at the top and rename it so that it's so much easier for over here. Once you do that, her formulas are going to make much more sense.
Item, rep.
The ones that I sent you, yeah. And then use this month column here where the months are by the numbers. So this will be your month column that you name month. I have no clue who this would be calling me from North Carolina. So have that be your first step. You basically need the month, the year, the item over here, and the broker, like the group, just call this group. And then you need the unit price and the sales. So name all of those. And then I didn't use this month lookup or this rep lookup area over here. Stalin did. Stalin did his stuff so confusing. I don't know if you got a chance to watch his videos.
I haven't.
His summary sheet looked amazing and everything works perfectly, but he like way overcomplicated it.
Just did things way. I'm erasing information. What?
Are you having a hard time on the data sheets naming the titles?
My month lookup and stuff is gone. The month lookup over there on the right and my rep lookup.
Oh, yeah? Are they hidden? Well, you don't need them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. They're just literally, I don't know where they went. They're gone now.
That's weird.
Okay. Anyway, what else?
So,
What
okay.
else
So once you do that, then these formulas will make way more sense to you.
Do I need the quantity you said?
You need the unit price. I don't think quantity.
And the sales?
You might need the quantity for the standard deviation. No, I don't think I used it for anything. Because here was my average price, and here was my standard deviation. No, you just needed unit price for those and the item.
Okay.
So, and then on the pictures that I sent you, she had this year at 2017 and this year at like July. So then I just set mine on that, and I checked like each number in each column with what was on hers to make sure I got it right.
Okay.
But here's the other tricky thing. 1 second, let me show you this. This is way cool what she figured out. Oh, it's not going to let me because I froze my panes, but I can unfreeze them. Hold on. Or the last step is you have to protect your sheet, so don't forget to do that.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Stop. Okay, is it going to let me now do this? Okay, so over here off to the left of the month,
Yep.
in the video, he has you showing like January is 1, February is 2, March is 3.
Yeah.
My friend watched a YouTube video and she figured out this formula. So if next to your month you put equals month, D5, so whatever the month is in your Dropbox, and then the consonant 4, this is what it comes up with. Isn't that cool? So as you switch your months over here, like to October, this changes to 10. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
And so then all the formulas down here, when it's talking about month, it's pointing to this cell right here, this B5 cell. So when you
hide that or something?
What?
Did you have that hidden before so it wasn't there?
Yeah, I just whited it out. Like I just went to my font and whited it out. So it wouldn't like confuse. So
but it still references that cell.
Yeah, but it still references that cell.
Oh,
so
cool.
then when you zoom in on the formulas and you see her A5, that's what that is. So you're using that. So you're using the month row here on R, and it's got those numbers. And then, so that's your criteria range for the month. And then your criteria is this cell right here, this hidden cell for all these.
So let's just internet, first one, 2017, right? We'll do the sum if.
What do you mean for this one?
Yeah, for that one right there.
Yeah.
Internet 2017.
Yeah, so I just you've got like an equals and the B5 here, rep group. That's what I called my group. So these are all the criteria lists that I named on the first sheet. Sales, year, month 2, I named it month 2, and then rep group. And then once you get that working, then you can just copy it over into 2016 and then copy it down. And then the change right here is just E10 minus F10.
And that's the same formula for all.
No, this one over here, the year to date, you have to go in, and the only thing you're changing is you're changing this to be a less than or equal to. Because you need to get all of the months from January to whatever this current month is. So you can copy and paste this formula from here over here, and then just go in and add the greater to. The greater than, I mean, the less than, sorry.
Less than or equal to the less
Uh-huh.
than.
And then this one over here, you have to do an if error, because otherwise everything that is a blank, like right here, comes up with a division error. This one took me forever. I don't know why. Because when you're looking at somebody else's formula and their cells are not the exact same cells as yours, it's very confusing, don't you think?
Yeah.
So I would have to like zoom in on her picture and be like, oh, she's referring to that cell. You know, so it took a little bit of time. But if you have hers and mine, you should be able to whip this out and get it turned in time.
So we're just adding together everything, finding the average. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's over there? What's over here on the right?
Over here on the right is your, okay, so what we just looked at is number 2 on the instructions. Number 3 on the instructions, you're just gonna highlight this whole table right here, copy paste it down here. But then you have to change the rep groups to the items right here. And so then I have the same exact formula in this cell that I do up here, Connor, except up here it says regroup, and down here it says item.
It's the item.
See that? So this is going to go super fast for you. And then this is the same formula as up here, except it's item instead of regroup.
Okay.
And the formula's copied down just fine for me. I had to like add this row right here. And this formula right here was the total formula from above. So I had to kind of just drag it down a little further, you know, like just drag the formula down one more row, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then for the change here, at first I was summing. Oh, see. Up here, I summed these, and I probably should have done this minus this.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I did down here. So I did it right down here, but I just found an error right there, and whoops, I already turned it in. But that's okay. That's super minor. I'll take the super minor.
Well, and both equals anyway. They're supposed to anyway, right?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be okay. And then did I show you this one? Oh yeah, I already showed you that one. And then this is the same. So make sure you've got your totals. That's part of that step.
This first one is all just using the bottom chart is all using the items, and the top chart is all using the.
Exactly. So you got to like, you know, label it sales rep group summary tables, product summary tables. And then number 4 on the instructions is the overall product summary table, and it's just this right here. You got your unit price, they want the average and the standard deviation, and then you just list your, you know, copy and paste your items from down here over to here. And then here's the formula for this one.
And you just reference the sell prices.
Yes, yep. And then you're referencing Q6, which is this item right here.
Okay.
So it's super easy and super short if you name those columns on the first page.
Yeah.
Unlike yesterday when I was getting so frustrated with this, that was the secret that I was missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like going in there and scrolling all the way down because those top panes were frozen and it wasn't letting me control shift down. It was a nightmare. And then I called up my friend from my Pathways group here in Denver, and she's in the same class but with a different professor. And she's like, Lindsay, just rename the columns. And I'm like, oh, duh. And then once I did that, it was way easier. And then this standard deviation one, you have to like make it an array.
All right. Yeah.
And I forgot how to do that. So I looked it up, and it's Shift, Control, Enter.
Yeah.
So I just did my standard deviation formula, and then Shift Control Enter, and it automatically put those array brackets around it.
Yeah.
So, oh, my standard deviation probably doesn't need to be money either, right? Or that's probably okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, it's probably okay to have that be money.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
So that's your step 4. Step 5 is put a title on the report, and protect the summary sheet. So you got to like go in and do your like review, and put the protect the sheet. And then that's everything. You got to make it so that everything on the worksheet is frozen except for these 2. So before you freeze your worksheet, right click on these, go to format cells, and unclick the lock. Remember how to do that from the video?
Format cells.
Do you remember that? You like right click on it and
okay.
go down to format and then go over to protection.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. And then
So when you freeze them.
I forgot to tell you in part, oh, in part 2, it says highlight all the change rows. I did them all at the same time, just by pressing Control.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to conditional formatting, icon set. If it's greater than 0, make it have any green icon. If it's less than 0, any red icon.
Okay.
Super easy. It took like 5. That part was so fast.
Yeah, that's easy.
I mean, I'm looking at mine right now and I have like that little error right here. And that's probably all. But check yours before you turn it in, and turn it to 2017 July and check and make sure you've got the same numbers.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, that helps a ton. I just needed the help with what was left and what.
I know, because it's so overwhelming. The instructions are redonkadonk.
Yeah, I just need clarification on instructions. If I'm up to myself to determine them, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. You still have the pictures I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just shoot me a text. I'll be up till 10, so shoot me a text if you have any questions.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll send you this broadcast too right now.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Okay. Talk to you later. Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.